Director of the Global Issues Programme at Amnesty International, and joins me now. Thank you very much for speaking with us. That's quite a litany of complaints there made about Amnesty by the Indian government. What's led to this deterioration in relations between Amnesty and India?
Well, there is a larger context to this whole thing which we must understand. The first thing is that if you look at the pattern emerging in the last several years, any dissenting voice is being muzzled by the government. So whether it's students who are protesting against the Citizenship Amendment Act, or journalists or human rights defenders, anybody who dissents or disagrees or tries to hold the government accountable, or worse still, call out aloud on human rights violations, is clearly silent. So the message is loud and clear. Either you sing to our tunes or we'll silence you. And it's not just Amnesty. The UN Secretary General's report on 2019 on reprisals talks about this. It talks about Amnesty India in particular being attacked. Special rapporteurs have spoken about it. So there is a larger culture of crisis, of lack of respect for diversity, lack of civic space, which has been created. In that context, we have to see what has been happening.
Can I ask you about a specific accusation by the Indian government? The government's accused Amnesty of violating foreign funding laws. What is the organisation's response to that?
No, and I say this with full responsibility, we have not violated any single law. Right now, the government is going after us for the money laundering under the Money Laundering Act. Now, as you might know, money laundering is for proceeds of crime, and we are a human rights organization. We are the world's largest human rights organization. We do human rights work. We don't deal with proceeds of crime. So clearly, all the allegations are false. In past as well, the harassment has been going on since 2018. First, it was the Enforcement Directorate, which, as you mentioned, was under Ministry of Finance. Then it came down to the CBI, the Central Bureau of Investigation in 2019, which raided us. Then in 2020, now again, it's ED. So it's one after the other. It's just incessant hounding of human rights work and human rights organizations. We have not violated any single law. Yes, we have a company, but that company has been created with total compliance to the national laws, and we have a trust which raises funds within the country. So not a single law has been violated.
So if Amnesty can no longer pursue its campaign and research work in India, what is that going to mean for human rights monitoring in the country?
We will not give up. We have to continue our work. We will continue our work. We just need to regroup in different ways and think of newer strategies and newer ways of working. But we will continue to hold the government accountable. But yes, what it has meant for now is that, as you mentioned, our accounts have been frozen, which means we've had to let go of all our staff. Our operations have come to a grinding halt. For now, we will not be able to continue, but we are definitely not giving up. We will find ways of holding the government accountable for human rights violations.
Yamini, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Yamini Mishra there from Amnesty International.